and Nanny Stella. Hi, Nanny Stella.
Hi, Jamie.
Whoops. All right, here's the deal, Nanny Stella. You can see her on Nanny 911. I'm sure you've seen it. It's so compelling because you just like.
Oh, it's good.
It is so good. It's on Fox, 8 p.m. Friday night. Tomorrow night, right?
Yep.
That whole Labor Day thing kind of threw
Yeah.
It throws everything off.
All right, so we have a buttload of phone calls. People want to talk to you. Here is, it looks like Cindy. Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
Hi.
This is so exciting.
You know, it really is. Why is your kid all jacked up?
Yeah. What'd you do?
Well, first, you guys rule.
We rule.
My son, he's 15, and he's always been a really good kid. I've never had any trouble with him. He's respectful of others, and until recently, just all of a sudden, about a month ago, he got arrested for shoplifting, and he seems to just be acting out and being mean to his little sister and all kinds of things. And I just don't know what's bringing this on or what I can do.
Drugs.
Are you a single mom?
Not anymore. His father and I are divorced, and I remarried last year. So,
Ooh, Nanny Stella,
maybe.
I think I
Okay.
hit something.
I know, but my first question would be, before I go to the deep side, what's the consequence for his behaviour? Anything, what's the warning? What does he lose? What happens?
okay, well, he's lost the right to go to the mall with his friends anymore, and he has to come straight home after school now that school started again.
And how did he get the chance to shoplift if he wasn't allowed at the mall? Or did that happen after?
That happened. That was a consequence of his shoplifting. Over the summer, he was allowed to take the bus to the mall.
Okay, well, obviously he has changes going on in his home environment that are going to affect him, whether we like that or not. But teenagers, seriously, are like 2-year-olds. It's time to test their limits and boundaries again. You just have to make them clear what they are, and what's inappropriate comes with a consequence.
Okay.
And does he like that new stepdad?
No, I
That's
don't
a
think
no.
they're getting along too good.
That's a no. But
Yeah.
then again, what guy marries into a family, has a good kid, and all of a sudden the kid shoplifting and stuff is going to be, hey, this is cool. Let's hang out with this kid.
Yeah.
When a kid starts misbehaving and you're the new parent, I bet that's your fuse is really short with that kid.
And the thing is,
Yeah,
you have
it
to
is.
reassure him that everything is still okay. That's a severe change.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you actually talked to him? I find some of you parents are nuts, and you don't actually talk to your kids.
Well, we actually talk pretty well. We communicate really well.
Yeah, did you set him down and go, dude, what's going on? You were such the coolest kid.
Yeah, I did.
And
And like,
what did
you
he
know,
say?
what were you thinking?
You know what? Sometimes what happens is this: maybe he didn't get so much attention because he was good all the time. Maybe this was his demand for some attention. So,
Yeah, that
especially
makes
with a
sense,
new,
too.
a new husband in the equation. And the thing is, you have to get the other parent on the same page as you. It's not just your job; it's both of you guys.
And I bet
Right.
that guy is a ass to your kid.
Oh, Jamie.
I bet he is. Cindy is
No,
your...
no,
Yeah,
he's not. He's
and
very
resentful
generous
and
giving.
Yeah.
tells you at night in bed, I should have never married somebody with 2 kids and one of them that's in jail. This is ridiculous. I can't believe I married this. Do I sound like your
No, it's not like that
Do
at
they
all.
go out in the yard and play ball and stuff?
No.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, do they go out in the yard and play ball with the stepdad?
Yeah, they do actually.
But he kicks
They're
their
both
ass 'cause
very
he's
into
gotta
sports,
win.
and they go to a lot of
Does he
sporting events.
Does he see his biological father?
Yes, we have joint custody. And
And what does
his,
he say?
Dad
What does he say about this?
He's stricter than I am, and he's pretty up in arms about the whole thing too.
Who does he live with the majority of the time?
It's equal. We have joint custody. The kids live with me one week, him the next week, and it goes back and forth. And I know that's
Well,
not
maybe
easy
you should
either.
just start buying him stuff so he doesn't have to shoplift.
Oh, maybe he's got new friends too or something. You hang out with people that are doing bad things, and as a teenager, you get caught up in it.
I'm just
Is that what happened to you?
Yeah, I came to this show, and Jack and Jamie are terrible influences, and I became a mean, awful person.
All right, here's Catherine. Hi, Catherine. I'm just saying, buy your
Hi, how you
kids
guys
stuff
doing?
and they won't
Stop
shoplift.
it. Hi.
Go ahead.
Hi, I've been trying to teach my 2-year-old how to brush his teeth, and we've been doing the whole fluoride since he was a little baby. And he doesn't mind sticking the toothbrush in his mouth and just chewing on it. But anytime I try to actually get him to brush his teeth, he starts screaming. So I was curious if you had any advice on how to make it a little bit
Dentures.
Well,
Dentures, that's great.
you know, you can start making it creative and fun, not so much a chore. And the other thing is, again, I know this sounds boring to you guys, but it's about reward systems. It's not about, penalizing your kids for what they're doing wrong. So set up a timer, the little egg timer. That's that's 3 minutes, and that's how long we're actually meant to brush our teeth.
Okay.
So do that.
Does anybody still have an egg timer?
No.
Well, I've got one I'll send you if you need it.
I have a toothbrush that lets you know. It makes little pulses, the electric ones.
Yeah.
It lets you know when the time's up.
My egg timer's right next to my typewriter.
It's,
And your Polaroid camera.
Yeah.
you guys are so wicked.
No, just honest.
It's slowly but surely, make it creative, not so much a chore.
Yeah, see, I even tried because he loves SpongeBob SquarePants. I have no idea
run
why,
his
but I
brain.
All kids do.
Hey, do we have a huge news for you? SpongeBob coming on this show next week.
Yeah.
Can I
Oh,
just ask you a
fine.
question? Why is a 2-year-old watching SpongeBob?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Queen
Nanny
of the
Stella.
wet blanket tosses just entered the room.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, not appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
mean,
know.
his-
And see, the thing is, Catherine, is that there's way better stuff out there, according to Jack. But your kids are just it's like crack to them.
Oh, we argue every night because I'm like, how about Pinky Dinky Doo? How about Blue's Clues? Something where they learn SpongeBob, Daddy.
Lives in a pineapple
Yeah.
under the sea.
On the other hand, he
SpongeBob
loves Blue's
SquarePants.
Clues.
Okay, well,
So-
give him Blue's Clues. Sorry,
Okay.
annihilating SpongeBob here, but Blue's
Although-
Clues is appropriate for a 2-year-old.
SpongeBob
Gotcha.
Rip Pants figure she loves and will sing and dance with the Rip Pants over and over.
Who's the big old crabby lady you see on TV? Nanny Stella.
Is that a song?
I just
It
made
is
it
now.
up.
Why don't you just go and sign up to write for South Park and make me look even worse?
Oh, it's funny you mentioned that. We have a little bit of that for us. Can we play that a
Yeah,
little
of
bit?
course.
Jack? Okay,
She
this is
said
from South Park.
Oh, we have that?
They're every parent's worst nightmare.
Shut up! I hate you!
Kids completely out of control.
Look, I'm skating!
It's time to call Nanny 911. And Nanny Stella is selected to set him straight.
It's time for Nanny Stella to show Eric Cartman his ways are not going to be tolerated anymore.
Mom, I want a Twinkie.
All right, dear. Hold on, Mrs. Cartman. There are going to be some rule changes around here, Eric. First of all, no video games until chores are done. I'm serious. Let's put down the video game and go to the kitchen.
No thanks, I'd rather not.
Right, then I'm going to have to take it. Eric, no, this is not acceptable.
Stop trying to bogart my Xbox, you fat bitch.
Oh. That's what she was talking about.
Man.
Now,
You
that
know what?
wasn't nice.
I can live with the fact that's a fact, right? But they told me I had mangled teeth, which I paid a lot of money for to straighten, right? And a shriveled up uterus.
Oh, they said all that about you on South Park.
Yeah,
we
they're
don't
Yeah,
have
But
those
you know what?
clips.
I'm supposed to be glad because now I'm really famous.
Yeah, you are. I wish South Park would put me on there and make fun of me. God, that's
You know
the
what?
hugest
I would
honor.
have liked him to let me do my own voice. That would have been so cool.
Oh my God! This is when you know you made it, Nanny Stella.
You're
This is
hugely
really-
famous.
Yep. All right, here we go. Here is Lexi. Hi, Lexi. You're on Therapy Thursday.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You guys are great. Nanny Stella, you're awesome. We love
Thank you.
Wow, you're kind of a doggy downer,
Yeah, what
Lexi.
happened?
Well, I have a problem. I've actually been up all night with my daughter, so if I sound down, that's why.
Okay.
But we're getting ready to move out of the area, and she's 3.5, and she's kind of had a rough year anyway because we had a baby in February. She's the oldest. She's almost 4. And so she got a little brother. And we're getting ready to move away from her friends, and she's also getting ready to start preschool, so she's having a big year. And she's
Can
really...
3-year-olds be suicidal? I'm telling you, that's a lot of stress for a little kid.
Yeah, it is. And, and she's really bright, so she's very up on what's going on. And, we're just kind of worried because she's really expressing a lot of concern about it. And not only that, she's regressing a lot. She's, going back on her potty training. Her attitude's really bad. And we've tried the reward consequence charts and, all of this. And she's still, she's throwing these massive temper tantrums. And she's sad, she's staying up really late and sleeping all day, and we just don't know what to do. I mean, obviously we have to move, but we want to know what the best way is to transition her and make it as easy as possible for her.
Well, I think the first thing that you've done is great because, you're aware that she's going through a lot of changes. You all are. But the thing that you don't want to do is you can't buy into that to the point where you're just telling me that she stays up late and sleeps all day.
Yeah.
That's not, you're the parent, you have to set the tone. So
Right.
even though she's going through something that's very challenging and quite traumatic, for her age, I mean, what I would do is, start doing fun things with her friends as best as possible, even making, scrapbooking pictures, all the things that she wants to take with her and focus on that. But you have to stick true to the routine because having a screwed up routine is just going to escalate how she's feeling. It's going to make it 10 times worse.
And maybe you can make the moving fun, like she gets to go get stationery to write her little friends and stuff
we've
like
let her
that.
go pick out all her new bedding and everything for her new room. She's getting her big girl bed, and, we've let her pick out all that. And, we've really tried to make it a fun thing for her.
You know you didn't really let her pick it out. You know you changed her mind for her a little bit.
What?
Because, you say you're going to let him pick them out, and then you're like...
No, we actually let her do it. And thank God I liked what she picked. But
You just have to stay focused, though. I mean, you're doing a great job. It sounds like you're really invested in what you need to do. But definitely don't lose sight of the schedule because that will make it really 100 times worse.
Yeah, I know.
And tell her she gets to ride in that mother's attic in the U-Haul.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, that's
Great advice.
Yeah, okay.
Therapists say we're talking to all kinds of jacked up parents, which actually make me look pretty good as a parent, because so far a lot of these people are more messed up than me.
I'm sorry.
Were you fighting Poodle in the hallway?
No, I was fighting Robert Lyles because he wanted to let me know that man bags are called something, and he has 5 of them, and they're fine.
By the way, he has everything on that list of things men should not have.
I know.
Except for the little dog.
Yeah. So sorry. All right.
Sheds on his clothes.
You already mentioned who we have in our
Yes,
list.
and
All
we're
right.
ready to roll with more bad parents.
Sorry, I was just getting yelled at. Okay, let's see. God, there's a buttload of people. Nanny Stella, how do you deal with all these people?
I drink a lot of tea.
Oh, because I was going to say, just drinking a lot, which probably would help. Okay, here is, what's your name, Tiana?
Tiana, right.
Right. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Tiana.
All right. First off, you guys rule.
We roll.
Oh, go ahead. What's your question?
All right, my question for Nanny Stella is, okay, I'm a young mother. I'm 23. My husband is 21. I have a 4-year-old, a 20-month-old, and one on the way.
Holy crap!
Don't ask. Yeah, don't ask. Anyways, my son, ever since my daughter was born, he's rebellious. He enjoys being with her. However, I constantly find him sitting on her, trying to put things around her neck, like a bib that he finds. Another thing is I'm also trying to stop smoking now that I'm pregnant, so it makes it a lot harder for me.
You're trying to what, sorry?
Stop smoking.
And you're pregnant? You better stop smoking.
Yeah, how about not trying?
Right.
How about doing?
That's what I'm doing. So it makes it a lot harder for me because my nerves are on edge because I'm not, smoking or anything, so it makes it a lot harder for me. My son, he is constantly being mean to her. I'm trying my hardest to try, like, if she has the toy of his, I've been trying to get him to, pick up maybe a toy of hers and trade with her or something, and it's just nothing that I'm doing is working. It took me forever just to get him.
You should have kept your legs together.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to say that, but what I am going to say to you is you cannot leave your son alone with your daughter.
Right, they usually aren't alone.
I know, but you've just said, Tiana, and I don't want to be harsh, but you've just said you find him sitting on her. That's really dangerous. He could hurt her. He could suffocate her when you're not around. Okay, right. So you can't do that. And you know what? If you focus on this, the smoking will just take care of itself because you won't have time to worry about it.
No,
you really have to get down and play with them as hard as it is and really work this out. And something as simple, again, as the kitchen timer, you set the timer and they share until the timer goes off and then they trade. And you can start really simpler. It can be a 1 minute and then it can progress to 2 minutes. And eventually they will get it. But they need more time invested in them. And I'm sorry, but that's what you have to do.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Or sit on that one that's sitting on the other one. Say, how do you like it?
Yeah, does that work? Because I'm with Stench on that one, Nanny Stella.
What was the question?
Where you know the 4-year-old when he's hurting his little sister, then you take him and you sit on him and go, how does that feel?
No, you know what? But you just don't want to get to really extreme measures where you're hurting them. But
Yeah.
you know, it would be like when they're screaming at you and you scream back and say, you know, does that hurt your ears? It's the same premise.
Does it ever work?
It does actually, yeah, but I don't
right.
want you guys to get into the habit of that because
Hey,
you'll
now.
take it to the farthest realm.
No, we won't.
Why do you think so low of us?
You will.
Because
Next week you'll be saying Nanny Stella said, and I'll be getting sued.
Because sometimes I feel really bad because I realize my son's only 3 months old. He's only
3 years.
Yeah, he's only 3 months old, and so sometimes he's like wah wah, and I go wah wah, and I'm like realizing that's not doing anything for anybody.
You feel
Well,
better,
no,
though.
the idea is, you know, the more you use your correct words, the more they'll repeat them back to you eventually.
Shut the hell up. Is that correct?
That's going to be his first words to you, Jamie.
Yeah.
I've never said shut the hell up because he doesn't
Stop
understand.
crying, damn it.
Oh, my daughter
just feed him
yesterday
more.
asked me, Daddy, are you an a-hole? Because
Ooh.
Mommy
that's
told her that. And then
precious.
Mommy said, yes, he is.
Ooh.
Isn't
Isn't
that
that nice?
It's not okay, but I do like it.
You know, me too, and kind of accurate, don't you think?
A little bit.
Here is Aaron. Hi, Aaron.
Hi.
Hi. Go ahead. Your
First, I just wanted to say something about SpongeBob. There was actually an episode where he was watching sponge porn.
Oh,
See,
awesome.
Hey, hater.
My sentiments exactly.
Well, we're going to have him in the studio, Aaron, so you can bring your kids to call him.
Yeah.
Right.
Ask questions.
No, that's okay.
Oh, mean lady.
My daughter's
Well, my
going to get on
daughter's
the phone and
too
tell
young to watch him
SpongeBob
anyway.
he's an a-hole.
Anyway, Aaron, you have a question.
I want to know how old a baby should be before you let them cry themselves to sleep.
Well, you should never really let them cry themselves to sleep. What you can do is you can go in and do versions of, you know, Ferber and attachment parenting where you go in and after a few minutes you go back in. So they would cry, you would wait 5 minutes, you would go back in again. But how old's your baby?
She's only 2 months, but my fiance is ready to get her going.
Aaron, can I tell you the most, and I'm sorry, Nanny Stella, but Aaron, can I tell you the most amazing thing that I've ever found in my life is that stupid shushing thing works. Like you just get down in the baby's ear and just shush as loud as their cry is.
Yeah, Dr. Harvey Karp.
It works, Aaron.
Yeah.
It's a miracle, but you can't stop even when the baby starts falling asleep. And I swear you try it and you're going to go, oh my God. I mean, I don't believe in that crap, but that one works.
I mean, the thing about 2 months old, you've got to make sure their schedule's right and that they're eating enough and sleeping enough in the daytime.
Well, that shushing works.
Well, she's perfectly on schedule. She eats every 3 hours, and then she goes to sleep. She eats every 3 hours, goes to sleep.
So what's the crying part you're concerned about?
Well, at night, she'll fall asleep if you're holding her, but as soon as you set her down, she wakes right back up.
Well, I mean, that's the thing you want to correct, but do you do that in the daytime first? Do you put her down so she can put herself to sleep, or do you rock her to sleep?
I rock her to sleep in our rocker, and I sing to her and all the...
Okay,
wow, you're one of those good moms.
She doesn't have the tools yet to self-soothe herself, and that's what you've got to do.
I'm telling you, the shushing thing, you're going to love me, Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be promoting somebody else's book, but I'm going to. You know, the 5 S's, the same thing. Swaddling them, you know, the shushing. But that, again, is the self-soothing, you know. You've got to get them to the point where they can put themselves to sleep. You're not
Because
doing
my kid
it.
freaks out in the car seat, but if I lean over and just shh the whole time, then he just goes right to sleep in the car seat because he hates the car
about
seat.
the swaddling, it's been really, really hot.
Yeah, that is a good point. It's 120 out.
There's thin blankets, though, those really thin ones.
You can get those thin ones. Don't use those big puffy ones that everybody's buying right now. Those whatever
Well,
those chenille kinds.
blankets, but I'm scared she's going to get hot.
I mean, the thing is, you know, the fact that you're rocking her to sleep, the minute she's not rocked, then that's like alien to her.
So that's what's waking her up?
Well, yeah, if that's the only way she'll go to sleep.
Yep, baby ball gag.
God. What is wrong with you, evil
I'm
Santa?
just trying to help people out.
What is he saying?
Nothing.
Oh, you don't even want to know.
No, this one wasn't worth it. Here is Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca.
Hello.
Hi, Rebecca. Go
Hi,
ahead.
Rebecca.
What's your question?
My son is almost 3, and he'll eat maybe 5 things. Rice, pasta.
I'm going to stop you right there. Okay, he only eats what you give him.
Ooh,
Okay,
ooh,
so-
that was mean, but yet
No, but you know when
accurate.
it's not mean because look, we've joked about me being the fat nanny, right?
Wow.
Seriously, this is self-deprecating, okay? I feel really strongly about it. Child obesity and food issues are so huge in this country, it's unbelievable. Okay?
I like how you say huge.
Yeah, I know. It
They
was
are.
a play on words. You've got to keep offering different foods, and you have to limit what he really likes. So, for example, say he really loves chicken nuggets, you put 2 of the chicken nuggets down and some of the other things like potato, vegetables, whatever it is that you want him to try, and you limit it that way. But if you only offer him those 5 foods, that's all he knows in his menu.
Oh, no, we offer him other things, and he'll just look at it. He won't even taste it, and I'll say, at least taste it. And he'll look at me and say, no. So I don't.
That's when you beat him with the
Yeah.
food.
Now, do they get hungry, Stella? Do you think at that point when you limit the stuff that they will eat and you just give them the other stuff, will they eventually eat the other stuff because they're hungry?
They will try it, but what we do is we get so obsessed over are they eating enough. But if you were to work out what a child has ate during the week, you know that they've actually picked at, it just works out to be a balanced diet.
Now, Nanny Stella, I lie to my kid to make her eat well. Is that okay? Like
Oh,
we tell
it
her,
depends what you say.
we tell her all vegetables are soup, and she'll eat them as long as she thinks they're soup.
But when are you going to go to the next level, though, Jack, and get her to try a piece of carrot? How is it going to work?
Oh no, we give her all those baby veggies that are already blended. She's 2.5, eats those baby veggies, and they're all soup, and she eats carrots. Any of them that are blended, as long as you
soup?
call it soup.
Okay, but the thing is, you do want to get past that because you want her to, be able to experience the texture.
I'm just happy she eats them.
Well, you know what? And you're right. You've got to progress further. It's like if they don't eat fruit. I'm big on trying to give them fruit smoothies. You've got to get it in them, but you also have to let it be what they choose because it really is about control as well. The only thing they have control over is when they go to the bathroom and what they eat at that age.
Wow, that's cool.
So should I?
I wish that was my problem.
I know, really. If you think about it, there's no stress at all. Yeah, I gotta poop and I gotta eat.
Okay, we still have a lady on the line.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What, Rebecca?
No, so should I just put stuff in front of him, and if he doesn't eat, don't make him other things, and just when I
Rebecca,
go to
just
bed
call
hungry?
everything soup.
It can't be like, Rebecca, it can't be like this cafe, this kitchen is open all hours.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're giving him the choice, but then you're limiting the foods that he really likes. And the other thing is, and this is the boring part, it takes a child 10 to 15 times to get it.
Oh,
God. Yeah,
I know, so I'm constantly throwing away peas.
Well,
It's like I kept
Who
trying
likes
them, kept
peas,
trying them,
though?
kept trying them.
I hate peas. And the only time you have to eat peas is when you're that age, when your mom forces you. Forget the peas. Get, like, carrots. Those are at least pretty.
You should have a whole, they should have a repertoire of food, and also
Peas.
don't get to the point where you're really bugging him because, that's when the food issue thing starts.
Right.
Just keep setting it in front of him, for like 3 days in a row, the peas. And then move on.
No more peas. I'm against peas.
My kid likes peas,
I think
as long
that-
as you call them soup.
I know, but why does everybody insist on giving kids peas?
My kid eats that edamame, whatever it is, the soybean things.
Right.
She loves that, and they look
That's
like
not peas,
but they
though.
look like peas.
I know, but if you think about it, the only time you eat peas is when you're a little kid. And then you never bring them back out when you're older.
Yeah, unless they're in fried rice. I was in on it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, everybody. It's Therapy Thursday.
Yay!
La, la, la. And we have Nanny Stella with us.
right.
Nanny 911 is on Fox. You can see it 8 p.m. Fox tomorrow night.
And you learn something from that show every single time you watch it.
No, but don't you feel like now you can totally do it because you watch that show?
Oh yeah, I had their little book and I went through that and was like, oh, I'm such a better parent now. I'm superior.
All right, Nanny Stella, we have lots of people that want to talk to you, so we'll stop talking and let them talk. Here is Alicia, I believe. Alicia L.
It's Alicia.
Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi. I'm so happy to be on the show because I love you guys.
Oh, man, Alicia, thanks. Go ahead. What's your call?
Anyway, I just wanted to tell her about my niece. She just started kindergarten. She's never been to preschool. And she has, like, massive anxiety. And this is not just with kindergarten. This is with, like, if someone's babysitting her and her mom and dad are taking too long to get to her, she starts freaking out, literally, and she throws up.
Oh.
And she makes herself throw up pretty much every day.
I like those kids and the kids that can pass out.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
Fun.
Yeah, how do they get that? My son went through a phase when he was around second grade or so to where he swore he was going to have a heart attack. And he would freak himself out. He had seen it on TV.
Because you believed him, right? You thought he was going to have one.
Oh, no, but he would go into his, like, oh, Dad, I'm having a heart attack. And he would sit down and be like, oh, no, call an ambulance. I'm like, you're not having a heart attack.
So what should she do? And like people with heart attacks and the passing out, what do you do about that?
Well,
Nancy?
I'm interested to know seriously what has been done first with this little girl, because, you know, maybe there was a time where somebody said they were leaving and they would be back by a certain time and they won't, you know, and there's a lot of anguish. So it's about controlling that. Initially, when you're leaving a child, you would just do it for small increments of time. You know, the first time you left your child, you just wouldn't leave them for hours on end with somebody.
Oh, my parents did a daycare.
You were old already.
No, but initially the parent would come and stay and then leave when they knew the child felt secure.
Or what about that whole sneaking away thing? That pissed me off when I was little.
Yeah, that's not good. That sends really mixed messages.
That's not good, because I do that sometimes.
I hate that.
I'll be like, pretend everything's
So,
cool and I slip out.
I know.
Nanny.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, back to you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, it's about you.
Her teeth are rotted out from. I believe it's from throwing up. I'm not sure, but
I mean, the first thing you would do is you would defer that to the pediatrician.
Wow.
Absolutely.
And
how old's this kid?
She's 5, and
her teeth are rotting out.
Yeah.
Her front 4 teeth are. She doesn't have the top 4.
Did she have extensive bottle use?
She drank a lot of juice.
Yeah, that could have been the first.
Apple juice. You know, that's they give her a lot of apple juice. But my thing is that she throws up, and I don't. That's a thing that is that. Have you heard that in other kids that they get so anxious that they throw up?
Yeah, to be honest, when sleep training children, that's what they do. They throw up. They get themselves so wound up, but it sounds really harsh. For example, when sleep training a baby and they throw up, you just clean them off and put them back in.
Ooh, so, I mean, I guess, Alicia, the only good news is because you're obviously flipping out about it, but it sounds like it's okay.
Can I just say, though, Alicia, you're the one asking the question.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Where are
Where's
the parents?
The mom?
You know, where are the parents in the equation? What are they doing about it?
Well, I guess my sister-in-law, her parents said that she had a nervous stomach when she was little, so I guess she thinks, well, okay, well, Jolie's inherited the...
Sorry to interrupt you. Have they spoken to the pediatrician?
As far as I know, they have, and every time that they have taken her, to the pediatrician, there seems like she's just fine. Everything's
Are you
fine.
one of those nosy sisters that hates your sister-in-law?
No, I love.
And that
I
y'all
love
talk
them.
about the sister-in-law behind her back and stuff.
If I had her, she wouldn't be doing
And then
that.
you were like, "Oh my God, Nanny Stella's gonna be on," and Nanny Stella then instead said it was normal, and you're so bummed because now you can't go back to all the other relatives and say, "Oh my God, it's so not right because Nanny Stella said it wasn't right." Instead, it's fine.
No,
Damn it.
I just worry about her because she's just so little to have such anxiety.
She definitely has attachment issues that need to be worked on, but definitely I would go back to the pediatrician.
Okay. All right. And I'm sorry that didn't work out where you can't go and gossip to all the family members.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, I'm on to you, Alicia.
That is so not it.
I got your number.
Thanks, Alicia.
Bye. You know she is.
Yeah.
She's like, damn it.
I was right.
So many people want to be abused on this show.
Hey, we don't abuse. We just call it like we see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lily, hi.
Hello.
Lily, hi. Go ahead. What's your question for Nanny Stella?
I wanted to find out. My son is 20 months old, and he's not talking. He only says 2-3 words. A lot had to do that I recently had a baby. She's 4 months old, and it seems like he went back. I mean, he started picking up the pacifier. He started sleeping with the blanket, and he's just kind of...
He's regressed.
Yeah, and he's not speaking anymore. He was saying, like I said, right before she was born, he started saying his first word, and then he stopped.
Okay, well, you don't want to obsess over it because he has a lot going on right now, but you definitely want to find some time in the day where you just have one-on-one time with him.
Right, and I read to him, and everything I give him in his hand, I tell him what it is, and he understands everything.
Yeah.
The only problem is I mean, he won't say it. I'll just stand there. I won't give him the things until I think he's at least attempting to say the word. But
I mean, you've got to keep trying, but also you haven't to overdo it and stress him out, because obviously he knows that you're looking, for the right reaction, and unfortunately he doesn't want to give it him. But you're doing all the right things. Keep using your words, keep reading to him, and he will get it. If you get to the point where you are concerned about his speech, that he may have delayed speech, then you should talk to your pediatrician. But it doesn't sound like that.
Yeah, I did bring that up to his at his 18-month appointment, and she
They
said,
always say they're fine. That pisses me off.
I know, they do.
They do.
Well, there's no schedule for stuff.
They do. I'm telling you, Nanny Stella. They always say they're fine.
Yeah. If he's 5, bring him back.
If they don't think they're fine, they will tell you. I'll give you an example. A family that I know, their child has a serious problem banging her head, and they were told, to
turn
go
down
to
the rock music.
No, to go to a neurologist.
Wow.
And they didn't. You want to rule things out. That's why you should always defer to your pediatrician.
Okay, Nanny Stella, whatever. Critically.
God.
Hey, here's Carol. Hi, Carol.
Hello.
Hi.
I love all of you guys.
Yay.
Nanny Stella, I want you not just to get tips on my daughter, but so my husband can hear what you tell the fathers. Dear Lord, he needs it.
What do you want me to tell him?
Tell him to, stick to my schedule too, not just his. And if he keeps asking me, is it time for him to eat, I'm going to wring his neck.
Oh, you actually need me to tell your husband you're going to wring his neck?
I'm going to wring his neck because I'm sitting there. He sees me feeding him 2 hours ago, and he's like, well, is he hungry? Oh, wait a minute. Every time a baby cries does not mean that they're hungry. I've been to many relatives' houses because I want to show them the baby.
How old
the baby starts crying. He's 2.5 months.
Right. So your husband wants you to overfeed him so he'll stop crying.
Everybody wants me to overfeed him.
Okay, well,
everybody.
Wow. You and your husband have to work out the other reasons why your child is crying.
Yeah, I mean,
get your husband, get his tush off the couch or wherever he's sitting, and get him more involved.
And it's not just him. I went to my, in Spanish it's called comadre, my daughter's godmother's house, and they're like, he's crying. He's like, oh, feed him. They just saw me sitting there breastfeeding my baby for like an hour, and they're like, oh, he's starving. I say, you know what? Fine. Here's a bottle. You feed him.
Why don't you use a pappy? Why aren't you using a pappy, a pacifier?
No, yeah, but to them, he's not just wanting to suck. He wants to drink some milk because I don't have enough milk or, he's starving. So I gave him the bottle. I said, here, you feed him. They stick the bottle in his mouth, and what does he do? He throws it out. He keeps sticking out his tongue. I said, I told you.
Well, you can't use me to get to your in-laws and your husband.
Wow.
You're going to have to stick up for yourself and tell them that.
Everybody, I just say, you know what? Here, you think he's hungry?
No.
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 He pushes the bottle out of the mouth, and they're like, oh, well, I guess he's not hungry.
I know what she's talking about, though. Yeah. When you go around family members, everybody knows better than the own mom. So what she does, all right, fine, goodness. You take him.
Yeah, but the thing is, she's actually giving him the bottle too. It's not.
No, but he doesn't
they don't
drink
have that
it.
Control to feed her baby.
He doesn't drink it. He just spits it out, and then I said, no, he's either tired.
Why are they still getting on your nerves to this
point? Because it's just like a thing with everybody and their grandmother thinks that the baby's hungry.
Carol has had it.
14 pounds. He's not a little baby.
Maybe if you fed that baby.
Hey, Carol.
Oh, Lord.
Carol.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to make you feel better. Just go ahead and scream out as loud as you want, the baby's not hungry, and it'll make you feel better.
He weighs 14 pounds. I don't think he's hungry. Does he look like he's starving?
Maybe you should get him a little bib or a little onesie that says, I am not hungry. And then they'll get it, and you won't have to be so frustrated.
You know what? I think that's right. Okay, so now let me tell you why I called.
Oh, gee. Oh, no. Hold on.
Wow.
Oh, God. Sad. It's our last segment with Nanny Stella.
Yeah, she's our favorite.
Damn it. And you can watch her tomorrow night. She'll be on Fox. It's called Nanny 911. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock on Fox.
And it's the season premiere.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hey, Nanny Stella.
Yes.
All right. Now, that woman, Carol, she was a nut job, right?
I'm not answering that question.
Oh,
So, Carol, what was it after all that saga about your kids not hungry? Did you really want to ask?
Well, my daughter's in third grade, and I'm going to start working in October. My husband is a stay-at-home dad. He works from home, and he's going to be the one to pick up. We only have a one-car family, so he has to take me to work, take my daughter to school, pick her up, and then pick me up.
Yeah.
So we need to put the baby on a definite schedule, and I didn't know if now is the time that you can actually make them drink at 3, at 6, at 9, or...
She's still on the food thing.
No, well, I'm saying because I...
Hold on. Monica, can you come here and tell me what her question was? Because she's nuts. And she's still on the food thing.
Yeah. She changes her question.
That baby's fed by demand.
I
No
know.
wonder they're all feeding the baby.
Jeez. All right, what was her question?
Okay, somebody, and I don't know if it was pediatrician friend, whoever, somebody told Carol that it's unsafe to wrap the baby at night in the crib because
put
they
a
might
blanket?
suffocate under the blanket or something like that. So
Whoa.
she's
She shouldn't. There shouldn't be loose blankets. The baby's only 2.5 months, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the baby would technically still be swaddled, but you wouldn't have loose blankets around the baby.
Can I tell you the best thing I have ever? And it's called Back to Sleep, and it's a
Yes.
little zippy bag that you put them in, and that way their arms and their head are out. And I put a little, not helmet.
Oh, the little hat?
Little
Little beanie?
Yeah, not a helmet.
Yeah.
That
and
comes later.
And they have the cotton ones, and they have the polyester ones. So
And they're
you can have
awesome.
them in the summer or the winter.
Yeah, they're awesome, and they're just it's a little sleeping bag. I love
Good
it.
job, Jamie.
I know, and you know what? I'm going to make them for adults.
Yeah.
Because I really want one. All right, so you can let Carol go. She is
Crazy
nuts.
Carol.
Crazy
Poor
Carol. Here is Ty. Hi, Ty.
Hey, how you doing?
We're good. We never get a man asking questions on that. That's awesome.
Actually, I'm just doing this for my wife.
Oh, you go.
Go ahead,
But,
Ty.
My question is, okay, my boy's 5. He'll be 5 in October.
Yep.
But every time he eats, he's hungry right after. But he's not overweight. He's just
Stench?
yeah,
This
he's
might be
always
more
hungry.
directed to him.
We starve him, but he just keeps on eating.
Right.
But he eats healthy. He eats all of his vegetables. He's a big old vegetable eater.
So
I
what's
mean,
your concern?
Huh?
What is the concern? You keep feeding him?
Should they stop feeding him, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he's done, like, say he eats a sandwich.
Yeah.
And he eats the entire sandwich, and, like, 5 seconds later, he's complaining to my wife that he's hungry again. And it's just driving her up the wall, because he'll do this all day long.
Well,
as soon as he comes back from kindergarten, he wants to eat, so we feed him,
Ooh.
and then he wants to keep on going.
No,
I know our
should-
pediatrician told us something on this. My kid's the same. My daughter's the same way, and pediatrician's like, your kid's a snacker, not an eater.
Yeah, but the thing is, you also want to give them, 3 meals a day and 2 snacks.
Well, we do that. He has breakfast. He has eggs and potatoes every morning.
Yeah.
And then he'll go to lunch or go to school with a full lunch with a sandwich, like a fruit cup and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I was about to say
I mean,
crap.
That's all right, Ty. I'm right there with you.
Stench is right. Some people, they don't want to adhere to that kind of eating schedule, and maybe he is a snacker. And if you're definitely not concerned about his weight, then you should let him decide when he's full.
So there you go.
Is he a chubby kid or
He's
skinny?
eating me out of house at home already.
Oh.
He's only 5, Ty.
And talk to his pediatrician, too.
Yeah, he might have one of those, what's that, ulcer.
No.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not. Oh, you guys
He's
think I'm
5.
nuts. I'm not kidding. You know what? Because when you have an ulcer, the only way it makes it feel better is if you eat. You guys call me nuts. Go ahead. Talk amongst yourselves.
You gave me an ulcer.
I know you think I'm nuts. So
In the olden days, it would have been a tapeworm.
I know. I'm telling you. Or maybe they're giving them too much Chinese food. What's that stuff in that Chinese food? that
Oh, yeah.
yeah, whatever. Where you're hungry and stuff. Here's Des. Hi, Des.
Hi. Hi. How are you?
We're good.
Okay. My question is, I have an 18-month-old son, and he's still waking up in the middle of the night, probably like 2 to 3 times, and he wants his milk. And my husband and I are trying to not to give him milk, just water, but he still cries and he wants his milk. And I'm worried about getting or him getting a tooth decay or something. So can you give any idea on how to win him from his bottle?
It's not easy. You're not going to like the answer.
Ooh,
I know.
First of all, you knew before you called. You knew the answer and you know it. But I'm sorry, as a parent, you just don't want to do it. So the first thing you have to do is, as long as his schedule's right during the day, eating every 3 hours, napping, you're actually just going to have to go cold turkey. There is no way an 18-month-old requires feeding in the middle of the night.
I know.
Try a
Yeah,
3-year-old.
and I'm also like, maybe it's summer and it's really hot. Maybe he's thirsty or something. But we tried giving him water, but he's still
you could do? You could. Jamie can give you.
The bottle.
Listen. Jamie can give you a referral. It's going to cost you $25 an hour, and somebody else will fix it for you.
Yeah, no kidding. And her name's Janet.
All right. There are people out there that will seriously come in and do this for you.
But what about that thing, Nanny Stella, where you're like, okay, well, if I'm thirsty in the middle of the night, I have the ability to get my own glass of water. So why shouldn't my kid, if he's thirsty, have a glass of water?
Because technically he can't be thirsty. If you're eating and drinking what is required during the day, like for a baby, 24 to 32 ounces of milk, then it's not. They're waking up because they've got in a habit. It's like somebody who set their clock to eat. You know, you've had them on a schedule all day, and you used to have them on a schedule at night, but you have to remove the schedule at night.
So, Des, it's cold turkey tonight, and then we want to hear from you tomorrow.
Okay, so it's like just let him cry or something?
Yeah. And that's why we want to talk to you tomorrow.
Or something. What do you think he's going to do? I mean,
beat you up.
That's all he's known. Of course he's going to cry. You took away his milk.
Yeah, you evil bitch.
Wow.
I know, and my aunt was like, take him out of the milk or the bottle in the middle of the night. So it's like, I feel bad, but
I know, because
You just have to go be mean to your kid.
You're a horrible person, Des. He's hungry
Let
and
him
thirsty.
starve.
You tell him sorry, but Nanny Stella said.
Pediatrician. Seriously. Okay. There's no way he requires feeding 3 times in the middle of the night.
Okay. All right, Des.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day.
All right, call us tomorrow after the cold turkey because you're going to be bitchy. All right, here's our last call, and this one's a sad one, it looks like. It's Trisha, I think. Hi, Trisha.
Hi, guys. Love your guys' show.
Thank you. What's your question for Nanny Stella?
Oh, boy. I have a teenage son, 15, was a really good kid. Noticing in the past few years, he has been like on an emotional roller coaster, crying, arguing, mouthing off, fighting with his siblings. And it's out of control where I don't know what to do with him anymore.
You said that he has meltdowns, right? He just has total meltdowns at 15.
Okay,
complete meltdowns.
Okay, first of all, what have you done so far, and what have you asked him?
Okay, I sit with him, try to find out what's going on. He says everything's fine, and we'll try to do the whole sit down, try to figure out what's going on with him. And next day he wakes up emotional, angry. And nothing seems to work. I mean,
Stop feeding him in the middle of the night.
Jack, this is very serious. The 15-year-old's going to have a meltdown. Hey, Sandra?
Yes?
Before we go back to that one, what does your 3-year-old say?
He says that he wants to kiss my chi-chis. I want to touch your chi-chis.
You're right.
Wow, he spends too much time with Dad.
No, I'm telling you, he sleeps with us, so that means that there's no time with Dad.
Uh-oh.
Well, you just answered your own question. Why wouldn't you want to touch him if they're right in his
Well,
bed?
that's my other question is how do I get my 2-year-old who is way too big, so he sleeps like in a toddler-sized bed, so there's no crib to throw him in and trap him in. How do I keep him in his bed? And I've watched him before I let him
My
cry.
kid's in a twin-size bed, but we have that little gate so she won't roll out. And if that thing's up, she knows she's not allowed to get out of bed.
You guys are missing the biggest point of all.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
is
Does he
those
wanna
kids
touch her
called
TTs?
Chi-Chis?
Yeah, he wants to touch him and kiss him.
Oh, my God. I feel so bad for that lady with the 15-year-old that has meltdowns.
Yeah, that's
You have a
that's the problem.
15-year-old boy. Don't you have some advice for her?
Beat him. No, I wouldn't tolerate that, not even for a second.
But it
the
seems
kid's
more
having an
emotional.
emotional problem. He's
Yeah,
not
it's not
like-
like he's misbehaving.
He's gay. 15-year-old boys don't cry meltdown.
Do you think he's gay?
No.
Did you do that when you were a kid?
Mr. Poodle, did you cry and have emotional breakdowns when you were
tantrums?
I was playing quarters.
Well,
Really? You were drinking and self-medicating.
I don't think she should get mad at him because I think where you're going, Jack, is like maybe he's getting picked on in school.
You never know. It's hard enough just being a teenager with the hormones and everything changing, and then you don't know what's going on in this world.
We all went through it. You throw a beat down on him and
And
don't
look
throw
what
him
happened to you.
what?
You ended up a big angry guy.
But the thing we have to be careful
fine.
of is some of these kids blow their heads off.
Right. He could be depressed. There's a lot of
Yeah.
things going on with this kid. You don't know what his problem
You
is.
guys are like wussy.
No, we're not wussy.
liberal
I'm just saying you
weirdos.
can't be mad at that
Right.
kid because he's
You
not
can't if
being.
they're throwing
You
tantrums
can't be
in their
mad at
50s.
somebody
No,
who's having an
she said
emotional problem.
meltdown.
Right, and crying. This kid is
That's
not.
worse than. I mean, that's like.
He's not the shoplifting, acting out kid. This kid
Yeah.
has different problems.
He's not cool like that.
Right.
Yeah, which is, I just look at it as any other behavior problem that you just
Beat 'em.
stay very firm with it.
All right, here's the deal, you guys. Moving on from 15-year-olds that you beat or whatever. I don't know how
Smack
to.
'em down.
I don't know how to seg. Anyway, we have a chance for you to be a superstar of the world. Superstar of the world. The Pussycat Dolls are looking for another pussycat.
Me too.
You need
Somebody
to go have
should
a
have dealt
time
with
on-
your emotional
I know.
problems.
You need to go get a little stool and sit outside.
My emotional problems are you two.
Well, you did nothing.
Yes.
Get him an
Yes.
egg timer.
Yeah,
You
yes.
did. You
Yeah.
annoy me. Where's my 3-minute egg
Yes.
timer? I
Yes.
must let it
Yes.
expire before I kill you
You
two.
might want to get an end of a sentence there, buddy.
I'm stopping because I'll just be interrupted by you or your ass puppet.
Oh, don't get all angry on us because you're making no sense.
I'm not hungry today.
Anyway, your chance to audition for Robin Enton. Robin Enton. Isn't that how you say your last name?
And maybe the Pussycat Doll should take after the Spice Girls and get like fun names. Because Robin Anton doesn't flow as well as like,
Yeah,
Ginger
but
Spice.
Pussycat Dolls is. Oh, you mean individually?
Yeah, individual names.
Yeah, but I think it's like Menudo. They just keep replacing girls.
Yeah.
Oh, where it's
And Pussycat.
Oh,
The Pussycat Dolls is like Menudo.
right.
So you don't give them actual individual names.
Oh, you can't do like soap operas and just give them the name and rotate them in with the same name.
Nope, they always are just Pussycat Dolls, just like Menudo.
Okay.
No individuals.
And they just won a video music award at the MTV Awards last week.
Really?
Yeah, those Pussycat Dolls rock.
All right, so here is the thing. We are going to take your phone calls, 1-800-STAR-987, and you can audition for Robin right here live on the show.
No way.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. Now, I have a troubled soul right now because we have an intern. His name is Gig, gay intern guy.
Right.
And what we do before we have guests on, we're like, okay, does anybody have any questions? But he wrote out all this list of questions to ask Robin from the Pussycat Dolls.
So Gig's been here for a year.
What
and
the
he's,
hell is wrong with you?
What? Gig, we've had serious,
Yeah.
really important guests come through, and then you come up with a 4-page list for the
No,
Pussycat
Dolls.
Dolls.
Goo Goo,
I
maybe.
I maybe understand it.
All right, let me
They're
read you
huge.
guys some. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha was a huge gay anthem last year, but only the Ralphie Rosario mix. Do you welcome remixers to remix your tracks?
What a bizarre question.
Wait, there's more.
Okay.
But I can see every gay DJ in town wants to know the answer to that question.
Buttons just topped the chart and 4th top 10. Never even heard it. Did you ever imagine the 4th release from a debut CD would do this well?
Wow.
And there's more.
4 top 10 singles.
Did you know country... Hello, finish my sentence.
Right.
Did you know country western clubs are doing line dances to 2 of your new songs now?
Wow.
What is wrong with you, dude?
Those are legit
No,
questions.
okay, those are legit questions, and here's the question
comments.
she's going to get when she gets on the show. Hey, what's wrong with your brother? Jonathan from Blow Dry or Blowout or whatever it is.
Whatever. All right, and last question from Gig. I just choreographed a line dance to Buttons that's really taking off. And Gotcha is a popular line dance called Georgia Winder. What's the question? You just wanted to tell her?
He just wanted to get out there that he has a line dance.
That they're also huge in the country scene as well as just pop. It's not just pop stuff they're doing.
All right.
The Rumper Wrangler's got a routine.
Can we see it?
It's hot.
Show us.
Show us.
You wanna
Jack,
see it?
kick
Yeah.
us some Pussycat
Okay.
Dolls.
Or just do it a cappella.
I can do it. What song do you do it to? Buttons? Monica sings it, and I'll dance it.
All right, Monica, can you come here and sing it, and they'll dance it?
Which song?
Don't ya?
Oh, don't you? I'm
Don't
sorry.
you?
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
I don't know.
ya.
I've never even
I'm
heard
sorry.
that.
You're right. You're right.
No,
Buttons. Buttons.
don't you is more popular.
Oh.
Only the don't you.
Okay.
Yeah, because people know that. The buttons crap. I don't ever.
Get ready, Monica.
Number 1 right now.
Don't you rocked?
Okay.
I sing that sometimes. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you?
Oh Lord, this is a bad idea. Somebody's upset on line 4. Hi, Dina. Dina.
Yeah.
Dina, help
Hi.
us.
What's wrong?
I just wanted to make a comment regarding your comment
I'm
about
listening.
the 15-year-old who had meltdowns. I realize that your show is lighthearted.
It's easy to see.
Go ahead.
I'm listening.
We're listening.
We're ignoring her.
If someone is calling in seeking advice from a professional,
All over me.
All right.
Oh, don't you wish your girlfriend
Well,
was hot like me?
like one of them did
Don't you
about
wish your girlfriend was
Right.
a freak like me? Don't
But I tried to take the angle of like we got to treat this like it's a serious
No,
subject.
you do. We weren't giving advice. Nanny Stella gave advice to the lady. We commented on it.
I would hope that the parents.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't ya?
Well,
It's wrong for you guys
Don't
to.
ya?
Everything we do is wrong.
I know. We're just trying.
And you were in that situation.
Yeah. I don't know, Dina. I don't know what you want me to do.
I
I just
gave
try
my
to
true
help.
feelings on what I would do in that situation. I
Yeah.
wasn't joking.
I don't expect it, but it would be really nice if you.
You know, and I thought I gave the right advice that you have to treat it like it's serious, and then he's having a meltdown, and you know.
I realized it was the guys that were taking.
You have to play fair. You have to play
Hey, don't call up here because you disagree with our parenting skills.
Perhaps you need.
Perhaps you need to shut the hell up and get your own radio show.
Oh,
You can
and
say
it
what
was
the hell
so
you feel.
lighthearted and
Jackass.
happy.
Don't you wish your girlfriend
You know what?
I
He
like
didn't even
her.
get to hear her. And
You
he's
don't even know
angry
what she said.
I like her less than I like you two.
What about that part?
No, they're entertaining.
To such an idiotic fight in my life. All right, you guys. So here's the deal: the Pussycat Doll chick, the one that created it, Robin.
Robin Anton.
Right, or I like to call her with a hair lip, Robin.
That's how
But
you
that's
say
just
it.
me because I have fun.
I'm glad you have fun.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, so I just want you to know that I just watched the dumbest fight ever between Siskel and Ebert, radio style, Jack and Stench, having a fight about the Pussycat Dolls and if they're whores or not, and if they're pretty or ugly, and who should sing. Don't you think? Anyway.
I like them. They're hot. I don't know why Jack hates pretty women.
I don't think they're that hot. And I think you sing a song that says, "Don't you want your girlfriend to look like me? You should at least be smoking hot."
I think they make people feel
You know?
sexy like me.
Because the answer is no.
I sing that song in my car with my radio turned up, and I'm like, "Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me?"
Obviously, your iPod turned up.
No, I got the CD. It's not really the radio; it's the CD. And I can put on repeat, and just so it's over. It just starts again. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm sexy."
Ooh, you shivered.
Yeah.
He shivered.
Now he's just creeping me out. It went from, I thought he was turning into an old gay guy earlier in the
Right.
morning when he wanted a little dog, to now he's just getting creepy.
No, now I'm just sexy.
No, you're angry. Like you went off on that lady about
Well, you know
her
what, she-
15-year-old.
Because
She wasn't even personally attacking
Yes,
you.
she was at the end.
She
because
wasn't even. You
we
couldn't even
couldn't
hear
hear
her.
I could because I was paying attention. Unlike you two that don't listen to the callers.
We were listening
I
to
was
We're
listening.
listening to Monica.
Here's what she was mad about. She was mad about what we said.
You know what?
But Nanny Stella
How do you
gave
know?
her because she said they call in for advice, and she got real advice from Nanny Stella. And
You
then
know,
we put our 2 cents in afterwards, and she said, "And guys, I'm like, maybe you need parenting skills."
how did you hear all that?
And she
I
didn't
heard
get
all of
really
it.
real advice from Nanny Stella because we went to the kid who wanted to touch Chi-Chi's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she called, and then we put our 2 cents in, and then I attacked her and killed her.
God.
She turned on me.
Your wife has come back, hasn't she?
And complaining 4 feet in the door.
That's why we got the.
You know,
yeah.
okay, my wife, who I hadn't
Leggy.
seen in a week, nothing. She's been out of town. I've been home alone. First, she walks in the door, takes 4 steps, and goes, What's with the Abraham Lincoln look?
You don't look like
Yeah,
Abe. He's
not at
tall
all.
and skinny.
Yeah. And I did not have on my big top hat.
Right. You don't look any different to me than you did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, what's...
No, what is, I don't have a goatee right now. I have a full beard.
Sexy.
So she's like,
What are you doing over there?
he's doing the, you
Do
know
you
what?
hear
What
him?
is he doing?
Yeah, he's popping
He's
his
doing
tab.
gigs,
But did
gay
you
line
notice that?
dance over there.
He's popping to the sound of Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me. It's
God.
contagious, that song.
You know that this is a radio studio and stuff you do, it goes on the air. Why do I have to teach?
Yeah, and stuff you do off the air goes on the air, too.
Yes, it does. All right. Hey, you guys, here's the thing. 1-800-STAR-987. If you want to sing for Robin. The chick that created the Pussycat Dolls, 1-800-STAR-987. They are looking for an actual Pussycat doll.
It's sexy, like me.
They should bring in a man
Yeah.
like you. Mm-hmm. Hi, Robin.
Hi, Jamie.
Look, everybody, it's Robin.
Jamie, remember when you had a Pussycat Doll?
Yes, I remember when I was a Pussycat Doll, and now I'm wearing a muumuu. Maybe we should create the muumuus as a counter.
Right, I like it.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Robin, so first of all, congratulations on the success of the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh, thank you. It's long in the making.
I remember when you were just a young whippersnapper just starting out.
Remember when I was just a young little kitten?
Yep, yeah, she was just starting out and trying to get it to go and stuff, and now, boom, it's humongous.
Oh, thank you. It's really exciting. It is really a dream come true. I mean, we just won the Best Dance Video for, MTV Award, which was like the most incredible moment of my life, I think, so far.
That's awesome. I mean, really, you guys, because I remember she was in our office, our old offices, and she's just like, I am just busting my ass trying to make this group work.
I know. It's so
They were
crazy.
playing like state fairs.
Yeah,
right. We were little tiny clubs for like 100 people. And
now look at you. I'm surprised you even have our phone number.
Yep.
It's like Dr. Phil never calls again. Anyway, all right. So, tell us what the CW network's doing with you guys.
Okay, so we're doing a show called The Next Pussycat Doll, and basically it's just that. I mean, we're adding a girl to the recording group, which is a huge opportunity for any girl out there who is, has dreams, aspirations of becoming something, like a pussycat doll, and it's really exciting. I mean, I'm looking for girls that can sing and dance and are beautiful, and at the same time looking for that very raw talent who I can help transform and help her find her inner doll.
And then they all live together in a house and all that.
Exactly. Yeah. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You know when you think of you got American Idol, you got So You Think You Can Dance, you got all those shows, and honestly, all of those shows in one, because we are looking for the best singer, we're looking for the best dancer. We're looking, and at the same time they're going to live together, and you're going to see the reality, and it's all real. I mean, this stuff is real. I wanted to do a show where I can kind of show the process and really what goes on kind of behind the scenes of putting together the super group, or putting together, or like in this case, adding a girl and takes,
All right, so people can go to cwtv.com, right, for more information, because the audition's on Saturday.
Audition is on Saturday at CBS Radford, I believe, which is in Studio City. But go to cwtv.com and get information. And I would say, for any girl who wants to come out, I'm going to be there, and I'm looking for those all different types of girls. I mean, seriously, I'm looking for just.
Monica should go. What about a Latino?
Yes,
we want Monica should go, because she couldn't be a Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, she could be a Pussycat Doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell her to find me and say, Jamie, say that you guys sent me.
Okay, yeah, because she's awesome and she can sing. Hey, Martha.
Hello.
Hi.
What's up, guys?
Not much. You wanted to sing for Robin real quick?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? Jesus is my portion.
Come on now.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't cut her off.
We want sexy.
My
We want
portion or
dancing.
whatever
We
she
want.
Hey, I have a question. What's your name, Monica?
Martha, yeah.
Oh, Martha. I got a question for you. What are you hot?
You can, people consider me hot.
Good. Okay, can you
Drunk
dance?
people?
Deaf people?
I'm very good at learning how to dance. I'm not like on my own, but
that's okay. That's okay.
Robin, you're missing the key question. What in hell, Martha, would make you sing a Jesus song to be a Pussycat Doll? That's just nuts, I tell ya. All right, you guys, if you want to be a Pussycat Doll, go to CWTV.com. That's CWTV.com. Thank you, Robin.
Oh, my God. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
Bye.
You roll.
Thank you.